We now know why 2008 Miss USA Crystal Stewart gave Guyana contestant Rakaya Boyer a standing ovation when she fell on the stage during the 2012 Miss Universe. She had been there before. So had the Miss USA before her. It seems to be a bit of a trend, but Crystal Stewart wasn't the first and certainly won't be the last. The Texan woman walked out on stage in Vietnam, tripped on the step, got her dress caught on her shoe, and fell as if she were on roller skates. Then she got back up, threw on her best glowing smile, and made a motion with her hands as if to say, "I meant to do that." Crystal was asked if she had been thinking about the previous Miss USA, Rachel Smith, who took a tumble the year before, but she swears she wasn't. It was pure coincidence, and she laughed as she wondered whether there might be stray marbles rolling around the place. While it wasn't her finest moment, Crystal says your behavior and actions matter a lot. She says you just have to pick yourself up as you would with hurdles in life. She has some advice for other Miss USA contestants though. Stay away from evening gowns and wear grippy shoes. Number 8. 2018 co-host falls down the stairs. It seems that Miss Universe and Miss America contestants aren't the only ones susceptible to trips and tumbles during the pageant, so too are the co-hosts. At the Miss Universe pageant in 2018, Ashley Graham, who plays co-host to Steve Harvey, fell down the stairs during a commercial break. The model documented what happened on her Instagram story. She had been making some quick changes and was in a bit of a hurry when she fell down the backstage stairs in Bangkok, Thailand. She said she was okay and that the medics were tending to her. She shared her injured leg on her Instagram story, which showed that it was red and purple. It was apparently not as bad as it looked, but she said it was throbbing. Ashley put on a brave face, congratulated the night's winner, Miss Philippines, and went backstage for further care. She said, "It stings, but it's worth it." Number 7. 2015 Miss Myanmar trips down the stairs. There have been some pretty embarrassing Miss America moments, and the recurring theme is trips and falls. It's crazy how you can go months or years without ever falling over in public, but put yourself on the world stage and your worst nightmare comes true. During the 2015 Miss Universe preliminary competition, it was Miss Myanmar's turn to have her embarrassing moment. May Thaw was wearing a tight gown and high heels during the evening gown part of the event, both of which she was struggling to walk in. She slipped, fell on her bottom, but got back up. May was also quick to gain her composure, for she clapped and motioned for the audience to cheer for her. She then walked the length of the stage without tripping again. At the time, the host Nick Teplitz said it was a great recovery, and we're sure May would agree. Number 6. 1999 Miss Philippines falls. We often hear about pageant contestants tripping and falling in recent years, but it seems that it's not a new trend. Miss Universe contestants have been tripping and falling for years. Miriam Redito quiambo-Roberto, 1999 Miss Philippines, is a testament to that. Miriam was crowned Miss Universe Philippines 1999 and was the first runner-up at Miss Universe 1999. Throughout the pageant, she always looked to be the strongest competitor and the most likely to take the crown. She was placing second consistently in the preliminary competitions and gained second place in the evening gown and swimsuit competitions too. But it was during the evening gown preliminary round that she had her embarrassing moment and joined the masses of pageant competitors just like her. Miriam's heel got caught in the trail of her evening gown as she walked, and she slipped on the floor. It could have all unraveled for Miriam at that moment, but she was Miss Consistency after all. She gathered herself back up, put on her most gracious walk, and finished. Afterward, Miriam also used the fall as a way to signify falling in life. She said that she felt she represented all women who had fallen not only on stage, but in everyday life. She also wanted to be an example to the rest of the women in the world. Number 5. 2010 Miss Philippines is perfect. There have been very few occasions where failing to answer a Miss Universe question has resulted in a pageant win, and the 2010 Miss Philippines is no exception. Her answer to the question, "What was the one big mistake that you did in your life and what did you do to make it right?" could be the reason she finished 5th instead of taking the win. Venus Raj had all the makings of a winner, and she was a favorite going into the Miss Universe competition. However, her answer to questions on a life's mistake portrayed her as a person who didn't think she ever made them. Venus said in her 22 years of existence, there had been no major problem because she was confident in herself and her family. She ended her answer with, "Thank you for being here. Thank you very much." While to most it looked to be an embarrassing moment for Miss Philippines, she was emphatic that it wasn't. She didn't believe she had made a blunder and that pageant hopefuls shouldn't memorize their answers but rather speak spontaneously. She urged contestants to know themselves. Number 4. 1997 Miss Universe would eat everything. Twice. Brook Mahealani Lee from Hawaii became the 7th American to win Miss Universe in 1997. She also won Miss Hawaii USA on her first try, and without much pageant experience, snatched that coveted Miss Universe title as well. Brook ended a dry spell, for no Miss USAs had won the title of Miss Universe in 15 years. Being asked a question by a judge can go one of two ways. It can end up as one of the most embarrassing Miss America moments, or it can shoot you straight into newspaper headlines for all the right reasons. Brook's answer did the latter. She was asked, if there were no rules in your life for one day and you could be outrageous, what would you do? Her answer was simple, hilarious, beautiful, and a crowd favorite. I would eat everything in the world. You do not understand. I would eat everything twice. She went on to win Miss Universe 1997. Number 3. 2007 Miss USA falls and gets booed. It's bad enough to trip and fall in front of tens of thousands of onlookers, but then to get booed? That's next level. For the 2017 Miss USA, Rachel Smith, tensions between Mexico and the USA couldn't have come at a worse time, while she's trying to earn that coveted Miss Universe crown. Rachel is from Clarksville, Tennessee, and during her interview during the pageant in Mexico City, Mexicans in the crowd taunted and booed her. The booing didn't let up when she slipped and landed on her bottom while modeling her evening gown either. While the taunts may have been hurtful for Rachel, it doesn't appear to be anything personal. Donald Trump, who was the pageant co-owner at the time, said USA policies at the time might have been the cause. Donald Trump said Rachel had been a great Miss USA and she's a really nice person, and I don't think they were booing Rachel. Number 2. 2008 Miss Guarico unties bikini bottom. Even if you don't actively follow Miss Universe pageants, there will be very few people who haven't heard of Miss Guarico 2008. During the swimwear round of the pageant, Miss Guarico strutted her stuff down the stage wearing a cover-up and bikini top. Once she got to the end of the walk, she quickly untied the cover-up to reveal her bikini bottoms underneath. But it all went wrong. Instead of pulling off the top layer, she pulled off both, thus revealing her, yes, to the entire audience. If that doesn't go down as one of the most embarrassing Miss America moments, then nothing will. Number 1. Steve Harvey announces the wrong winner. In perhaps the most mortifying moment of pageant history, co-host Steve Harvey announced the wrong winner of Miss Universe in 2015. When the hosts of the pageant are given the winner's information, it appears on a teleprompter and a card in their hand, but the first runner-up also appears on the card. Steve misread the card, which had the names of Miss Colombia and Miss Philippines. He announced Miss Colombia as the winner, but it was actually Miss Philippines. Steve says that when he walked off, everything was fine, but hell broke loose. He could hear people saying, "That's the wrong name," and there's mass confusion. He admits his mistake to a live audience, then attends a press conference to apologize. While he's managed to apologize to everyone involved, including Miss Philippines, he hasn't been able to get in touch with Miss Colombia, who won't return his calls. The New York Daily News published a quote from Miss Colombia, who said, "In 4 minutes, they destroy your dreams. They throw it in a bag and they throw it in the trash. I feel like it doesn't matter to them, the feelings of a girl who has worked her whole life for a dream." Oof. This is clearly the most embarrassing Miss Universe moment ever. You wouldn't be able to help but feel mortified for some of these poor girls. Which one do you think would be the most embarrassing to experience? Also, check out our other cool stuff showing up on screen right now. See you next time.